So I want to break this down into basically a few different pieces. One is PvE. Now PvE is what I've been spending most of my time on in the game so far, and I really like it. What I like about it is that the dungeon and the environment has really changed. You can tell the polish that ZOS has put into this. The feel is super Daedric, super necrotic, mansic, or some crazy word like that. It just feels dead. And that is the dark feeling that I love in ESO. Another thing that I like is that the meta has changed. You need a lot more survivability. It's not just about burst damage and nuking everything down and not having to survive and use mechanics. Some battles require 4 DPS, some 2 healers, some 2 tanks. I really like that. It definitely has changed things. And the veteran mode is very hard. What I don't like, however, is that it feels PvE feels a little bit slower, like they cut DPS in half, just like they did in PvP. I don't really like this. I do like the new mechanics, but I mean, my Templar Omega usually gets 24,000 on a single target parse, and is now down to about 12k. Now, Radiant Destruction was nerfed. I still don't like the feel of a little bit slower combat. So if they did nerf it by 50%, a 25% I think would be good. But like I said, PvE so far is all about back to basics. Healers need to be healers. You can't just face tank anymore. Tanks need to have monster mitigation control and that sort of thing to make sure their targets are locked down. I really like it. Next up, PvP. PvP is always in flux, and I haven't spent a tremendous amount of time in here, but what I've spent, it's been an absolute chaotic, awesome adrenaline rush. When you get into Imperial City, it is constant combat. Finally what I wanted. Something you can pick up, jump in, and fight against other players right away. And it's fun. It's just fun. That's what I really like about it. The downside, however, is that there's the 50% healing reduced, damage reduction. You really can feel this, that you're not as punished for having a poor build, poor reaction time, or not being prepared. You can YOLO in and make a bunch of different mistakes and not die because of it. I'm not no super crazy elite PvPer like Cypher, but what I do like is a balance between the two. I don't think you should be getting one shot in PvP, but I don't think you could be a walking truck in light armor either. So I think they need to tone that down just a little bit for me to really embrace it. Another thing, feedback I have for them, is right now in the PTS, every faction can access Imperial City. I hope there's a campaign that has just that, because it is so much fun to get in there and immediately fight against yellows and red in the street, close quarters. So much fun. Okay, itemization and replayability is something I want to go over, and I think that's where this lacks. My least favorite part, or I guess most disappointed about, is itemization. I don't really think they're great. One of the new helms is really good for DPS, but the other one isn't that fantastic, or at least my opinion on it is. So while you have to go to extraordinary lengths to get these new pieces of gear, they don't seem to be any better than our new best in slot stuff. So maybe using the same old items and getting them at VR16 will still be better than this new stuff. However, I haven't discovered them all, and I could be 100% wrong, and I'm sure we're going to completely test different things and find some new gear that maybe is best in slot. Last but not least is replayability. I don't feel that it's there in Imperial City. While it's fun to go jump into Imperial City and kill people and get Telvar stones, I constantly ask myself, well, what's the point of Imperial City? It doesn't seem like it has some big central theme. Like Alliance rank, you level up your Alliance rank to get cool skills and passives. So there's some clear incentive to go in there. The Telfar stone system, you have that and you have gear, but it seems like that's the only thing. I wish there was a skill line. I wish there was something like Alliance rank to maybe show off how much time you spend in there or how good you are or something like that. Like I said, it's too early to tell. Haven't spent that much time in there, so I could be 100% wrong, because I've been wrong before. Lastly, balance. I've gotten a million questions so far on, is X class, better than Y class? And the truth is, the classes feel pretty much in line. They're pretty much the exact same thing. Now, Magic Nightblade has seen a really good boost in DPS, utility, and Stamina Nightblades are really good as well. They got access to Vigor at Alliance rank 5, giving them a much needed self-heal, so I still like my Nightblade. DKs, in my opinion, haven't changed that much. If you still like a Dragon Knight, you're still going to like a Dragon Knight in this update. Templar has seen a little bit of a DPS drop due to the Radiant Destruction nerf, which I think is somewhat appropriate. I would like to see the damage scale at 25%, but still need a little more testing. Stamp Templars are still awesome, and I love my heavy armor PvP Templar Omega, and it does just fine in Imperial City. So overall, pretty good. The Sorks I haven't played that much, but I think pent builds might be the new meta for them, and they're still awesome in PvP. So the message of the day is, if you like your class, you're probably going to like your class in Update 7. Not that much has changed. Overall, I think Imperial City is a great addition, but it doesn't have that one thing that I want to keep coming back. It really doesn't. With the 2 new dungeons and the lack of a trial, it seems a little weak, to be completely honest with you. So I hope they have some type of incentive, like a skill line, a ranking system, or something that I just completely missed, which very well could be the case, and you will let me know in the comments if I did. Because right now it just seems like I'm going to be farming gear waiting for the next update. And without a PvP arena system, I know there's an arena inside of it, but it doesn't seem like it's lockable in instant space. So I get it a 7 out of 10. Now they have changed a lot of the meta in the game, making it much more balanced. But this is our time to give them feedback. I'm one of only millions and millions of people that play this game. So I could be wrong about a lot of things. Give your feedback. I really believe. Go on the forums. I'm going to post all this information on the forums because they do listen and they've reached out to us. They want our feedback. So please keep giving it to them. More videos to come. I plan on doing my tank first. I found a way to make tanking just the same and continually hold block the entire time and make it work. So trust me, I'll have that for you. Healing I want to do second because these 2 roles really feel strong and way more fun in Update 7. DPS, I need a lot of practice with it, so I will still get those builds out, and I plan to have 1 build for each class by the time this is released that can complete the latest content. If I can do that, I think I've given the YouTube community and website and stream something that they can look forward to. So thank you so much for continuing to support me. I will see you guys in Imperial City very soon.